Hey guys, how are you? It's been a couple days. I didn't even have the heart to come on here and speak until we found out more about Damar Hamlin, and I was so happy today. I prayed for him a lot, and I was really happy. They say he's awake, and he still has a long way to go, but his brain function is fine. He opened his eyes, squeezed family members' hands, and even wrote a note asking, "Did we win?" So thank you, God. The power of prayer is strong. I know I prayed for him, and it's just a miracle that he's alive right now and maybe possibly on his way back. So I'm really happy about that. And now I feel good again about coming on here and talking about football. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to go down a couple of things that we're looking for this week in week 18. Just, guys wise, we're going to go over the AFC and NFC playoff pictures. But just looking at a couple guys, Mahomes has 5,048 passing yards. I think Peyton Manning's record is 51 something. He's going to break that record. The Jefferson thing is over because he had a dud. He had one catch for 15 yards. So the Jefferson MVP thing was fun to root for, but now it's over because if you really want to be honest about it, Jefferson's season right now is tremendous, but you got to rank it under Cooper Kupp's season last year because Cooper Kupp never had one dud. Every week, I had him in fantasy. Every week was a home run game right through the playoffs. So then I bet him to be the MVP of the Super Bowl, $100 per 1,000, and he was. So Cooper Kupp's season is still the best one I've seen in a long time. Jefferson, tremendous season. I got to rank it right under there. Hopefully he finishes strong. But Mahomes will probably get that MVP. It looks like a lock. Jalen Hurts doing well. You got a lot of running backs pushing for the 1,000 club. Looks like Josh Jacobs might win the rushing title this year. He's on a contract year, so that's big. Miles Sanders is also on a contract year, and he's in the top five. So take notes, fantasy guys. Always look at the running backs that are on contract years because they're going to be competing at the highest level, especially when you got all those millions of dollars in front of you. I'd be in my best condition and all that comes with it too. So Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb is about 120 yards behind Jacobs. Nick Chubb is very capable of coming in for 140 yards. So how many is he behind? 1456. He's about 160 yards behind. No, wait, yeah, 150, 158. So if Nick Chubb goes for 180 and Jacobs gets stuffed for 25 or 30, then Chubb would have a spot. But it looks like Josh Jacobs is going to get the rushing title. Henry's right there again, 1429. Saquon, 1312. Miles Sanders, 1236. But here's what I want to look at. You got 9 guys that are over 1,000 yards this year. Last year there was 27. Receivers, there was 9. So now, why is there only 9? Well, you got 9 guys, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys at 900 or more, and another 5 guys at 850 or more. So you basically have about 20 guys, 21 guys that are in the running to get to 1,000 yards, which is still down from a year ago. Now, when you go to receiving, last year we had, let's see, how many 1,000 yards receivers? Woo, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 1,000-yard receivers already, and another 5 on the cusp with Ayuk. Jamar Chase doesn't have 1,000 yards yet, but he only played 11 games. But yeah, it's funny with these stats, but that's really when you want to dig into stats, it kind of tells you how the team's going. Remember how I said that the Chargers feel like the AFC's version of the Bucks? Well, I looked up Brady's stats right now and Herbert's, and they're eerily similar. Brady's 28th in yards for completion. He averages under 7 yards a completion. Herbert's down there in the 20s. Touchdowns to interceptions. Brady 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. It's a 17-game season. 24 touchdowns is not cutting it. And he just threw a bunch last week. He probably had 21 going into game 16. Brady, 24-9. Herbert, 23-10. For a guy with a name recognition, like We look at Herbert like future Hall of Famer. Those are not good numbers. Like Trever Lawrence has better numbers than that. Herbert 23-10, Brady 23-9, Trever Lawrence 24-8. So Trever Lawrence actually has a better touchdown to interception ratio than Herbert and Brady. They're coming on. There's 12 quarterbacks this year with double-digit interceptions. Dak Prescott leads the NFL in interceptions, and he only played 11 games. Everybody else played 16. And Cousins is tied with them. But you could tell a lot about how the team's going to go. And that's why when I get into the the next video I do is going to be the NFC playoff picture, and we're going to get into that. And then I'm going to do the AFC because there's some stats that are really telling, and I think we can make some educated guesses and hopefully come to the right conclusions with that. So I just wanted to go over just players, who's going for what in week 18, the final week of the season. We got a lot of backs going for 1,000. Same things with receivers. Travis Kelce is having a career year. He's got 100 catches. He's got 1,300 yards, and he's got 12 touchdowns. Oh my God! So there's a lot of things. You know what? Travis Kelce might be the AP Player of the Year. They need to put that bet up on FanDuel because the obvious thing would say, "Oh, Justin Jefferson," but if you look at Travis Kelce, 100 catches, 1,300, and 12 touchdowns. Jefferson's only got 8 touchdowns. So it's a fascinating year, especially when you look down the stats. I'm Nooch Neighborhood Picks. We're just glossing over player accolades going into the last week of the season. Like and subscribe.